Yes, fuck me. We need tongue.
This is the Dude Loft Mountain Podcast with your hosts, Gabe, Tanner, and Tommy.
Everyone, welcome back to Dude Loft Mountain. I'm your host, Gabe. We have Tanner, as always.
Hello.
And Tommy.
I refuse.
Okay, well, there he is. We have exciting news. This
Do
will
we?
be, yeah. So, like on the other podcast, on the other episode, I'm no longer the slut of the friend group because you will be moving in here too.
Oh, that's right.
Which
yeah.
means...
I'm moving into the Dude Loft Mountain.
Hey.
Exactly. And now we're going to have all the podcasts. We're going to be number one by the end of the year.
That's a big fucking goal.
We can do it, dude. We can do it.
I don't care if I have to go. Oh my God, if we were ever invited to someone else's podcast that's way more successful, I would, I'd probably shit myself and you both would have to take over.
Wait, so you know how there's like podcast categories? What are we?
Funny.
Funny?
That would be listed under comedy, but I don't know. It feels weird to call yourself a comedy podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think certain people find us funny, but not in the same way that other people find us
Definitely
funny.
a select sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like if I weren't the way I was and I like met you, Tommy, and heard your sense of humor for the first time, I could see a lot of people being like thrown off by your sense of humor.
People are just terrified of me.
Yeah.
Like right out the gate. I don't think I've ever had one friend who hasn't once they got comfortable with me, said, you know, I was fucking terrified of you the first time I saw you. And I'm like, thank you. Because they're all just like, you were a fucking looking serial killer, motherfucker. And I'm like, I'm just fat and tall. Like, that's it. And
it's because you're
quiet. I'm broken.
I think my sense of humor is kind of hard. Like, I'm very well aware of my sense of humor.
It's hard.
It's like, even when I meet someone, like, especially with 2020, like, there's a lot of people I've met, but it's only through, like, text or, like, email communication. And I'm like, I have to be aware of how I'm going to word something because
it doesn't always come across as funny.
Yeah. It's just, you see, this guy's a fucking asshole. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be. I'm just making a joke.
The amount of text messages, like especially if I'm loaded, that I write and then sit there and look at, and I go, no, because I'm like, it's funny. But even for some of my friends, like, that's not that funny.
It's always fun to me, though, like, when you're high and then you start texting me and Gabe just the most random funny shit in our group chats. It's like, oh, he's high again. But, like, honestly, some of the stuff that you text is like, how does he come up with this?
If you knew how many times I rushed out of my shower because I had an idea and I had to get it down on my phone before I lost it. It's a lot.
You have a lot of ideas. I should just scroll through our chat and just, like, start a compilation of all the...
You might want to be careful with that. Some of those are like dark.
Some of it won't be shared, but I feel like people would enjoy seeing the inner workings of your brain.
Yeah, but I feel like
I haven't done that in a while. I haven't texted you, like high texted you guys in a little bit.
Yeah, not in a little bit.
Not in a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? You don't love us anymore?
No,
he's stable.
I'm stable. No, I don't know. I started going through this phase recently where I'm like really intent on not annoying people over text message, and so I'm very selective now about what I text. Like I try
to be a gold.
Yeah, I try my best not to text just random funny shit because even calling it random funny shit like makes me cringe because I'm like, it's like, to me it's not funny.
No,
it's just I'm like, this might make someone laugh, so I'm gonna text it. But I was doing that so often. I was like, no one said anything, but I have to be pissing off at least one person with just constantly blowing their phone up with dumb shit. So I tried to like pull it back. Well, that's you guys. I don't know. I've got a lot of other people.
I always feel bad when you're like going on your rants and texting because I don't always immediately reply or ever reply sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's not because I don't think it's funny. It's because I just simply don't know what to say.
No, and then I'm sitting there and I'm loaded and I'm like, oh God, they're not my friends anymore.
I know,
like,
that's why I feel
I
bad.
went too far. I'm trying to find one.
Yeah, and I'll force myself. Like I feel bad when you both are going back and forth and I wasn't there for the entire part and I'll go back and just start commenting and liking and doing things.
Yeah, you do that a lot.
It's funny, actually.
Like you can tell when Gabe's reading and the timing of his reading.
Yeah.
Because it'll start at like the first message and then like react to it with like an exclamation point and then go to the next message and reply to it. Yeah. I love that in like iPhone group messages, you can like hold down on it and reply to a specific message.
It's dope. It's
that update kept me iPhone because I was thinking about going to the new Galaxy because it's a much better design. The iPhone, this fucking 3-camera thing is the ugliest fucking design I've ever seen.
We'll get used to it. Next one's going to be 4.
Just be poor like me and have the 1-camera design on the SE.
It drives me crazy.
Yours is sideways. Mine's vertical. But yeah, 1-camera gang.
But the other
Bang,
one.
bang.
So do you see this the lenses are the highest point of the phone. So when you put my phone on the back.
No, yeah, it
it's
fucking
lens.
wobbles. It's dumb.
The Galaxy is 3 like this, and this is over the lenses so that your camera is safe. Much better design, but the group chatting thing really, really just it just right in
no,
my
that's
ass.
a terrible design. If you ever drop your phone on its back face, like
Your cameras are
the
fucked.
camera's going to be the first thing that hits it, and it's going to be busted. That's dumb.
Yep, I know. I'm aware. It's fucking awful.
Maybe that's intentional. Apple's not a dumb company. I don't understand why they would design it that way.
Uh-oh.
Because they want us to keep buying them.
Exactly.
Fucking assholes.
I found some high stuff.
Yeah.
So
Any highlights?
the most recent
Highlights.
thing,
Oh my god.
the most recent thing it's been a while back. It was like March 5th, but it was me texting you that meme of Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover with all the numbers flying in front of his face.
yeah.
And it says me realizing that saying 5 business days is just a full week and 10 business days is just 2 weeks. And then I said right after that, you ever get so loaded you forget how savings account interest works?
Well, remember, I feel like I answered some questions for you.
You did,
regards to
but by the
interest.
time you answered it, it was the next day, and I already remembered because I was sober. Like I was sitting on my couch, like looking at my TV, and I'm like, how the fuck does savings account interest? Like if I what's
Like, where is it
APY?
coming from?
Like, I was
Yeah.
like, what? How do they pay that out to people? And then I woke up and I was like, I saw your message and I was like, oh God, you dumb piece of crap. Like, duh. Like, do you think, like, I was legitimately like, that shit just pops out of thin air.
They're just making money.
Yeah. Like, what?
Yeah, I love it when I see the little 3-cent dividend I get every month on my savings account.
Yeah.
It's so fucking stupid.
So I don't know if you guys remember this from being younger, but you used to get newspapers, like our families would have gotten them, and you would wake up in the morning and kind of see like the comics. That's how I feel whenever
How
I
old
miss
are you?
really fucking old. But I would read the funnies and they were fucking hilarious sometimes. But that's how I feel when I wake up to Tommy ranting. I wake up and I'm just like, oh, this is wonderful. I'm not getting up for 30 minutes.
That's a really good equivalent, actually. It's a
I'll
good
just
comparison.
read through them and it's so good. So I miss them.
Oh God.
I'm surprised that you thought of like the business day thing though, because remember when we all used to work at Macy's and we would be doing like fraud claim processing,
Yeah.
and it'd be like, it's going to take like 7 to 10 business days,
Yeah.
and people are always like, so how long is that?
I knew that. I think the high realization for me at that time was because when I get loaded, I go full hippie mode.
Yeah,
And I was like, fucking companies just say that so that they can make their times they can make their time frames sound shorter, but also
not
protect
really be held to
themselves.
it, yeah.
Protect themselves if it takes longer calendar day wise. So I just found something else. It's been a fucking
what a
while.
scam!
It has been a while since I sent you guys high stuff. It's been, what was this? This was February 22nd. And that was when I sent you the God allegedly makes women. God allegedly gives women the ability to orgasm. God allegedly gives women a clitoris. God allegedly makes 97% of men completely blind to it. God, as previously alleged, makes the other 3% of men either gay or they're only packing 5 inches of penis, not penis,
Venus.
God, the alleged, makes woman on woman sex spiritually illegal. You tell me again this isn't hell.
I remembered reading that one. I was like, this is good.
Yeah.
That was a long. That took me. I don't think you guys understand how long it takes my dumb ass high brain to sit there and type that out.
Yeah.
That took so long.
But what gets me is how it's worded. It's always, as previously alleged.
Yeah.
Like that's what gets me. Those little things of like this is not just rambling. It's him.
No,
cohesive
it's thought out. Yeah.
And it's wonderful every fucking time.
As you're typing out those longer text messages, do you ever like forget the joke or your train of thought?
Yeah.
As you're doing it,
100%.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. Sometimes that joke starts as one joke and it completely shifts by the end of it. Like it just completely changes. I also said to you at some point, sleep tighter than your asshole, Tanny Buns.
Tanny buns.
Tanny Buns.
Oh no.
God. I envy your ability to do that because when I get high, if I lose my train of thought, it's fucking gone. I'll think of a joke, but if I can't do what you do and just type it out. I have to record myself because I don't have the like will.
The capacity.
the capacity to type it cohesively. Like when you've texted us before and like, I can't finish, thumbs can't process.
Yeah.
Gotta go, bye.
No, yeah, there's sometimes where I'm like trying to type and I just like physically can't. But so I found the last one because my phone deletes messages after 30 days.
Oh no.
I do that for like storage reasons.
Storage, yeah.
But this is the one. This is a message I sent to you and a couple other people, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the one that started me on the train of like, maybe I should stop texting people stuff. Because it says, imagine you're dating a girl, the perfect girl, beautiful, great job, not a MAGA bitch. But when she takes you to bed one night, midway through, she looks up and says, eat my jelly, and points at her toes. And I sent that to a couple different people, and like, what did you guys say to it?
I don't even know. What do you say to that?
Dave just said, what sparked this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because that's exactly how I felt right now. I was like, how did you get to that specific of a...
The other people I sent it to were like, hey, what the fuck? I was like, oh, I'm sorry.
Has anyone ever responded to your text messages and said, are you okay?
You, I think, once.
Yeah, I think that's you. Yeah, but no one else know. People know. Like my like some other friends I have know when I'm texting them if I'm high, based off how funny I think
It's pretty
I
clear.
am.
It's pretty clear. Yeah.
You're not texting acquaintances or coworkers. You're texting people who know who you are.
No, but I almost texted my therapist one time on accident.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I would have.
I wonder if that would be like enlightening for them. If that would if that would tell anything into your brain.
Said, eat my jelly. What does that mean to you?
I would want you to frame that conversation and just hang it up.
Yeah,
Just their response of initial ...
I unfortunately have a couple conversations like that. Yeah,
they're gold. Make a scrapbook.
I'm a little bit of a loose cannon on the text messages.
But they're so funny. They're just such a...
Not all of them.
It's a good time though.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes they're roller coasters. I'm like, wow.
I've seen some long fucking ones before.
Yeah.
Like some ones that just change and change and change.
You've sent one when I'm like on a date or something and I see it and I'm like, oh, this is going to take some time. Give me a moment. And I have to like readjust myself. And I'm like, yeah, I'll just do this later.
You should just like do an extended high for a really long time. Just write a book. And just see what that produces.
Well, I did that fucking shit one time where I was smoking and for like an hour and a half, I recorded myself reading like one of a version, not like a Disney version or anything, but a version of Cinderella. And it was just like the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I was like, oh my God. I was just making myself laugh the entire time. Like
that sounds good.
I feel like you're more critical of yourself once you're sober, because it's, we're all pretty critical of ourselves, but I feel like other people would be like, this is fucking hilarious.
Oh.
But I agree. You should write, if not a book, like something.
I had that Twitter account for a while.
No, I was going to ask.
Yeah.
I was going to ask about
that. Was
Oh, I should look at that.
Yeah.
Because
that has some gold in it.
Yeah, that
like,
Twitter account. I was proud of that.
There was some like viral tweets that could have taken
That should be
off
the
there.
Twitter account that
for Dude Loft Mountain.
No, that just we have people follow for me.
Oh yeah.
Just if you ever want to know when Tommy's loaded.
Yep. Just go follow this page.
Follow Always High Guy 1.
Push the bell button. You'll get notifications throughout all the time frames.
The only followers are you guys.
I think I retweeted a couple of them to try to get some exposure.
Holy shit, I forgot about these. So the last time I tweeted on it was December 11th, and it was
It's been a while.
It was Step Up 7. I shit the sheets. But what did I say? Let's see here. What have we got? No, that was when I was watching. You ever seen Johnny Capahala 3 Back on Board?
No.
What?
Oh, it's a Disney movie. You've never seen that shit?
Johnny Capahala?
Yeah, it's a Disney
Is that
Channel
the
movie.
surfing movie?
No, it's a sequel to the surfing movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one.
All right.
I'm not very good with
How
surfing.
old of a Disney movie is this?
That came out in like 2008, 2009.
Was it like a bad like Disney Channel Disney movie?
It was a Disney Channel movie, but I don't think it was bad. No,
I've never heard of it.
When I
What
rewatched
you're
it this
thinking is
time,
It's bad.
when I rewatched it and put this tweet out, I was like, this is a bad movie. But for nostalgia's sake, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of Disney Channel movies are like that for me. Because I watched a bunch of them at once, which is why I have Eddie Ogden is better than Bobby Flay, which is $1 Million Cook-Off.
I was going to say, the $1 Million Cook-Off, like that to me is just nostalgia. The Irish one is just
Like the
nostalgia.
Irish, yeah. And then 13th Year and
Yeah.
shit like that.
They're not good movies.
This is all foreign to me. I have no idea what you're
No?
talking
Did you get
about.
Cable in the Woods?
I mean, it was available. I did not have it.
But for the Johnny Kapahalo one I put, so there's just loads of dirt boarders grinding the streets of Hawaii because they make it seem like it's just this like
okay. I
thing.
do remember like the off-roading skateboards
Yeah.
or whatever. What was the name of that movie?
Johnny Kapahalo.
Okay, that was that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jonas Brothers did a song for it called "Hold On" that I still jam to, dude.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Oh, I'm singing it in my head.
I love I've been seeing a lot of TikToks lately of like that Camp Rock scene. Of like the Camp Rock kids doing like a chant or like
The stepping, like
the stepping thing,
which is like an actual black college step thing that happens.
Yeah.
Dude, that covers playlist I was playing earlier in my car.
Yeah,
I have a cover of a Camp Rock song on there. That's
I'm
done by
not
Our Last
surprised.
Night, I think.
No.
Yeah. It's yeah. Anyway. All right, this one is a little bit odd. Wow, this is from May of 2020. He may have been your father boy, but he wasn't your daddy. The line from, was that Guardians 2?
Oh, yeah.
But then I wrote, see, the reason it's funny Yondu says this is because he is blatantly talking about the sexual tension between Star-Lord and himself, and that Star-Lord is the sub in the daddy-dom sub relationship.
Jesus.
And I just wrote, I'm a pea in a bowl of green beans. What the fuck does that mean?
I like that one. That one's good. That's kind of like poetic.
Can you hear me, Major Tom? No, what about Minor Tom?
Oh my gosh.
Vaccines are the cause of the gender pay gap. Jesus.
That one's way into left field, but
Hey, fucking on topic with this shit. You should really blame Disney for the fact that Camp Rock 3 still hasn't been made with my requested budget of $250 million.
wait, is there a Camp Rock 2?
Fuck yeah, there is, dude.
Jesus.
It's fucking shit.
Yeah.
Whenever anyone talks shit about any of those Disney people from those old movies, like the Hannah Montana movies, the Camp Rock, the Jonas Brothers, I always refer to those movies and say, "This is why they do the drugs. Watch the movies. They are adults doing this."
Never seen them.
I get high and listen to Toto a lot.
I've only watched.
That's just a confession. Like that's not funny.
It's not even a confession because I'm not like guilty of it or anything. I'm just like, yeah, I fucking do this shit.
Hell yeah, I do.
Toto. Why do I?
Africa.
Oh,
Africa by Toto. Yeah.
That's a confession. You really like that song.
I had some hot fucking takes at the
Song's a
beginning.
banger. What do you mean you really like that song? Everyone in the world really likes that song.
Didn't you have the lyrics on your desk for like a long time?
I think an unnamed woman we will not mention put those there.
My
yeah.
bad. My bad.
Named woman. How
Unnamed woman. Yeah.
He had
cray cray.
a psychotic crush thing happen that
I didn't have the crush.
no, yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
It was flipped for one time?
For the
You made me bonk my hat, you asshole.
one time for the one time. Yeah, no, she came over and she's just like, I printed this for you.
That's so. You remember when you printed off something and left it on someone's desk?
I didn't print it.
Well, you wrote it. Yeah.
He hand
Yeah,
wrote
we
it.
we don't need to talk about my past dumb fucking young guy mistakes.
There goes the stability.
It's just
Yeah.
the coincidences are just there.
Coinky dink of it
Yeah,
all.
it's very interesting.
So I had some hot fucking takes when I first started that account because I said,
No, they were good. Honestly,
Well,
I was glad you started the page. I was like, you're gonna pop off on Twitter and get a bunch of followers.
Yeah.
I said, dog, what if we're not related to the Egyptians? We're the aliens. And then I did another tweet that said to add on, the Egyptians were probably a much superior dog/cat race that we eradicated/domesticated. So we, the aliens, come down, do that shit, and now we all got little Egyptians just chilling in our beds at night. Build a pyramid, you fucking cat. And then I took me damn near 20 minutes to write that last tweet, #shake and bake.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
That one was good.
Oh, but this one, I was mad when I wrote this one. I said, y'all out here really snapping pics for your homies for their OkCupid profile. Like they don't look dumb as fuck posing on a bench outside of a Texas roadhouse. German dirty talk must sound metal as fuck. That's true.
Yeah. So
Yeah, That's a good one. Actually,
Like someone needs to fuck a German person.
So
What was
story.
the meme you sent to us earlier, like yesterday, of instead of it being like K-pop, it's like all these Russian boys.
Oh yeah, it was R-pop, and it's like
Yeah.
it's my favorite R-pop guy, Dyatlov. Like all the girls like fawning over him, and
Yep.
he's just some Slavs squatting in a jumpsuit.
bad taste in my mouth. But anyway, I was seeing someone who was a German, and I used to think that language was very intimidating until someone says that language in bed. Then you're like, I can get back.
I mean, honestly, I feel like any foreign language is somewhat attractive. It's just
Really?
yeah.
Have you heard someone speak Russian?
No. Well, I mean, yes, I have heard someone speak Russian, but I mean, like, if I feel like if a woman spoke Russian to me in a very soft accent,
You know what?
or, like,
I
very
take
soft
Russian
tone-
chicks are
I,
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
I was
yeah,
just about.
I could.
I 100% take that back because I watched Mila Kunis speak Russian, and I was like, I'm a little turned on.
I was gonna say, there's got to be some James Bond movie where there's like a Russian woman in it.
I don't know, but I want Mila Kunis in a James Bond movie now.
She's Russian.
Mila Kunis, yeah.
Yeah.
She came over from Russia when she was like 14, 13 and auditioned for that 70s show saying she was 18 and they hired her and then they were like, you're only fucking 14, you have to kiss
Damn.
Ashton Kutcher. So that was like her first kiss.
Yeah.
Are
And
they
now-
still married?
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
married and have kids and are loving life. I watched that
What
movie.
a couple.
Yeah. They make me so happy. I watched that movie that he was in a long time ago called Just Married with Brittany Murphy, I think her name is.
Oh shit, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. I think if she was still alive, that they probably would have been married forever.
that's a take. Big if true. Let's see here. Let's see what else I got because I got some dumb shit here. Fall leaves, just like everyone else. Hot take.
Ooh.
Oh, was that it?
Wait, was the tweet fall leaves and then you added on that last part?
No,
Or
it's
was
fall
the-
leaves.
It was the whole
and then
thing.
just like everyone
Ooh.
else. In all caps.
That's just sad.
It's just sad. And then hot take, Dinkelberg was a Soviet spy.
Wait, so rewinding back to that sad tweet, are you sometimes sad high or is it always just fun high?
I very rarely get sad high. It's kind of hard to be sad when you're high, but there's occasional moments where like you'll think like you'll have like a funny memory like involving like an ex-girlfriend or like someone you don't know anymore.
Yeah, and then you're just like
And
reminiscing.
and it just like fucking gut punches you for a second, and then you're like, oh fuck, I gotta get out of this or else this high's fucked. Like I gotta
Yeah.
get
It's like reminiscent high of like, oh, good times.
yeah.
And then, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then I said they call me pandemic because I'm the next thing to go viral and shut down the economy and cause major job loss.
Hell yeah.
And cause the class riots of 21.
Hell yeah.
Oh
That's
god.
that tweet is the goal of this podcast. We want all of those things to happen.
All the
because of
class
us.
riots?
Yeah.
And then teachers always told me to be a poet, but never wanted to read my collection of hundreds of poems only referencing the movie Waterworld.
Jesus. You know, I thought that your old blog and your Twitter account and then your movie account, with an S, because you have two, don't you?
Well, I started one, fell off of it, and then started another one, and then also fell off of it.
Yeah, I always thought that those were like, as long as you guys kept it, would eventually be like very well used between everybody else. But you both kept stopping.
I know. Well, it's like, as far as my movie accounts, there's like Film Moment or Cinephile or whatever the other big like social media movie pages are. It's like, they're pretty much posting the stuff that was in my mind before I posted it. And I was like, oh, fuck, no point in really doing it. And then I got a job and got busy and shit just kind of stops. I assume it was kind of the same thing for you and your Twitter account, Tommy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
like,
I think
no.
I'm just autistic.
Just
or something.
autistic?
Like, I got some weird fucking shit on here, man. Math is wrong. Your heart is right. Don't feed that fucking gremlin after midnight. Like, what the fuck? Like, Snakes on a Plane could easily be the title for a movie about a plane with only mother-in-laws on it. Wow, that one doesn't get the fucking laugh.
Wait,
Come on.
no, I'm still processing. Can you read that again
Snakes
for
on
me?
a Plane could easily be the title for a movie about a plane with only mother-in-laws on it.
That's a good one.
so I was only
Oh,
confused.
fuck you.
I was only
If
confused.
I'm being honest with you, when you were reading it the first time, I was thinking about my movie page and not listening at all.
You're just like, I did miss my movie page.
I
No, I was thinking about how it would never work.
I was only confused
Ah.
because I was like, whose mother-in-law do you hate?
It's just a general comment about mother-in-laws.
Or this one, GIF, when pronounced correctly, should sound like you're saying the word give, but your parents tell you they're getting divorced before you can finish the V sound.
Before you finish the rest of that sentence, I thought you were going to say yiff.
Oh, no.
and take it-
That's only
take it to
something
the
you know
furry route.
about because you're a furry.
No, I'm not a furry.
Wait, whoa.
He's the furry.
What's a yiff?
Yeah, yiff is...
Yiffing is like,
It's like the noise that furries make when they're getting it on. I don't really know. Is it a mating call?
They say yiff?
No.
Tanner's trying so hard to act like he doesn't know exactly
I don't.
what this is.
I don't know. I just know
Dog,
the term.
we get it. You like, you know,
In great detail.
$20 he's got a butt plug tail somewhere in this
No.
house.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
If it's not yours, give it back.
Bitch, the only thing I want you blowing is more air into this air mattress because my fat ass be crushing it. Like one of the few ones Tanner liked was saving your money is just leaving a present for your future self. And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
It's
man.
very true, dude. I mean, throw that shit into a Roth, you'll be set.
What the fuck is yiffing? It's just a noise they make.
Yeah, I think it's just like a fucking.
Like if they're a cat, they
It's
would
kind of like
just meow.
fap. Like the word, the word fap is supposed to be like the sound of a dude jacking off.
Oh, I thought fap was just synonymous for jacking off. I didn't know it had anything to do
no,
with the
it's
sound.
like an
onomatopoeia.
Yeah, because that's what the original like meme of it was, a dude who looked like he was jerking off and it said fap 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 fap.
Interesting. Oh. But no, I think like a yiff is just like for furries. It's just like the noise they make when they're having sex. I don't know, and I feel like it's unique for every single different furry persona.
If I was a squirrel furry, what noise would a squirrel furry make?
That's up to you to decide, dude.
I don't know. Go fuck a squirrel and see what noise it makes.
Oh God.
Do we have squirrels?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
we
do.
have squirrels.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She
I
would
would-
try
I
to kill
would-
one the other day.
I would advise you to not fuck one though.
Rabies?
No, just don't fuck
no,
a squirrel.
No, that shouldn't be your only concern there, buddy.
Although-
God damn.
Rabies is fucking terrifying, and my friends all laugh at me because how often I talk about how terrifying rabies is.
Why is rabies terrifying?
Because number one, here we go. You got me fucking going.
I'm sorry. I should,
So number
open
one-
a can of worms.
So number one, you can get rabies without realizing it. Like if you camp outside and you wake up and you've got a bite on your arm and you don't do something about that, you very well could have been bitten and given rabies. But it just depends on the person whether rabies is going to start emitting symptoms immediately
Yeah.
or like years down the line, right? So rabies can lay dormant, right? Once you start showing symptoms, it's 100% fatal. So
Oh.
if you ever see like a bite on your arm after you've been outside, like like sleeping or something like that, go get your rabies shot just to be safe. But even
Wait, how is
worse-
it 100% fatal? Like you will die?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's a
haven't
brain
found a
thing,
cure,
isn't it?
Yeah, your brain. I think. Don't fucking at me, but I'm pretty sure it's like a fungal growth basically in your
Not
brain.
medical advice.
Yeah, but it's got some scary ass fucking symptoms. Like it makes you hydrophobic, so it makes you fear water.
Interesting.
So there's a video you can look at. I mean, there's a couple you can look up of guys with rabies trying to drink a cup of water, and they're literally like,
They can't.
and they can't fucking
Whoa,
drink
that's
it.
so
And even if they
weird.
get it in your throat, your body will reject
the
it.
gag reflex kicks
Yeah.
in.
So
That's
it's-
so interesting.
It's 100% fatal if you start showing symptoms.
Huh.
But if you go get a rabies shot before that,
You're fine.
Yeah, but there's one person who's lived through rabies, and they probably wish they hadn't because they did something called the Milwaukee Protocol, and it pretty much made them a vegetable.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
because once you start showing symptoms, that shit is in your brain, and it's basically cooking your brain.
Dang, I had no idea it was that serious. I remember in like elementary school up in the mountains where I grew up. This was like third grade. This one kid I was like swinging in tandem with on the swing set jumped off of his swing, and then he jumped off of it because he saw a squirrel hanging on the lower part of a tree, and he ran up to it. He grabbed it. He got bit on the arm, and then just fucking cried. And the teacher came up and was like, "Oh, you got bit by a squirrel?" And then the squirrel died on the basketball court shortly after, and they put up caution tape around the squirrel, around his dead body.
Oh my God.
So that no kids would come up to the squirrel. The kid got shipped off to the hospital to get tested for rabies, and then there was like no more recess for like a week. It was so
Fuck.
weird. Yeah,
Yeah, rabies is no fucking joke.
I had no idea.
And that's why you don't fuck a squirrel.
Yeah.
Also, Old Yeller is on Disney. I didn't know that it was a Disney movie.
It's
No,
Disney movie, yeah.
Fuck Old Yeller. Is rabies is rabies transmittable sexually?
No. Well,
Since we're talking about fucking a squirrel,
fuck. This is a Google search.
that's a Google question.
Where's your plaque?
Oh yeah, I know. I should have bought that today.
Can you
I've been doing really good about just Googling shit myself. I sat for 15 minutes trying to figure out a fucking way to ask a question. It took a long time, but I got the answer.
Well, so to give context for Gabe saying, "Where's your plaque?" I went to like a home goods store today, and saw like a little plaque that you could hang up that says, "I'm not Google." And I thought about buying it for Gabe because he is notorious for asking Tommy and I simple questions that can be Googled 24/7. And it's the most irritating thing ever. You'll go out of your way to text us the question when you can just simply type the same message into Google and get your answer.
Yeah. So I wrote a draft to Tommy the other day that says like, hey, so I understand that I can definitely Google what I'm about to ask you. However, because you are someone who like has a personal connection to me, I feel like I can trust your advice rather than someone who's just typing shit on Google. And then I just Googled it anyway. Because I was like, no, I'm not getting yelled at again.
So, fun fact.
Yes.
Rabies is transmitted through saliva. So unprotected
Oh
sex
my God.
doesn't matter, but kissing someone, absolutely. So if any
I never
saliva,
kiss anyone.
that's why it happens through animal bites. So typically they bite you, and then
Yeah.
that saliva gets into the wound.
Yeah.
But if you get saliva from a person or an animal anywhere near a mucous membrane of any kind, so nose, eyes, mouth, anything like that, you're fucked.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you could be kissing someone tonight
rabies.
or tomorrow that has rabies and doesn't know it.
Just always think about that. Next time you're kissing someone, think about they might have rabies.
I fucking hate rabies. It's terrifying.
The next time I get shit for not kissing people, I'm just like, so here's this thing about rabies.
You just go on a 10-minute spiel.
See, I'm just gonna double down and start spitting in people's mouths. Like people I don't even know.
I don't like that.
Thank you for coming to Circle K.
Welcome to Chili's.
Tanner and I's both reaction was to try to make noise without opening our mouth.
Keep the fat one
I
away.
just always have to keep my mouth closed around you now.
Like I'm just gonna fucking camel spit at you at random times.
And wear band-aids on your nipples.
Yeah.
Nah, he graduated from the nipple.
Hey.
Hey.
That's what happened. Did you hear me talk to you about your asking to use the restroom?
No.
No? Okay. So I came back inside and I was like, did Tanner just ask to use my restroom? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, I don't know. Let's ask the owner. I was like, pee in my room for all I care. You own the goddamn
I mean,
thing.
it's your space. I was like, this bathroom's yours.
Yeah,
this
I mean,
room is yours. I don't want to
I
intrude.
see both sides.
No,
Like,
I
see his
completely
side, but
I
you're paying rent,
Yeah.
and it is like
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
designated your
Yeah.
space. You know?
Yeah. No, I understand. But it was just funny to me. Like, you want me, like, what if I said no?
That was an experience, though, if I'm being honest with you. Your bathroom's very nice. You did a great job.
Thank you.
And I heard you had a little experience, something we talked about last week.
Yep,
in there.
I did use the bidet.
And?
It was cold.
Oh, 100%.
Have you ever taken a dump in a lake?
No.
Oh Jesus! What? No.
No.
Okay, well, maybe that's... Well, I...
Hang on. Have you shit in a lake?
Many times.
They're not rivers.
I grew up in a very rural area. Let's just put that out there.
I'm never going in a lake and
I went swimming in lakes very often. But
You would just drop trow and shit in the middle of the lake.
Yeah. No, but I come from a split family. My mom and my dad are divorced. My dad lived in Globe, Arizona for a really long time, and he had a boat. And we'd take that boat out to Roosevelt Lake, which
No,
isn't
that's
too
where I
far.
used to go camping all the time.
That's where Adam does go camping all the
Yeah,
time.
so
Oh.
Roosevelt Lake and Apache Lake, which flows from Roosevelt, we used to go boating there very often. And he had a boat that you could like camp out on. There's like a little cabin underneath with one bed, and we would go out for a weekend. And where are you going to go poop on a boat except in the lake?
I mean, we had a boat and it had a toilet.
So no, we didn't have a toilet on the boat.
Oh, okay.
I feel like that toilet just goes to the fucking lake, though.
Well, yeah.
No, it goes to this tank. You gotta fuck. It's not
A septic tank
No, it
or
didn't even have a
something?
tank. Sorry, you would put a grocery bag in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shit into a bag. It's basically just like a seat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But anyways, while you're like on the boat on the lake, you're not just gonna like drive to the dock just so you could go take a dump. You just drop your pants, jump in the lake, take your shit, and then like you poop. And as it's floating back up to the top, you swim away so it doesn't touch your back or anything. But as you're pooping, sorry, this is about to get really detailed, really
Oh my
graphic,
God.
really graphic. As you're pooping, and
Why do we always talk about shit?
I'm sorry,
We're going to have an explicit
you started the conversation.
an explicit thing on this podcast, but not because of our dirty jokes or anything, but because of the shit graphics.
Tanner's describing his lake shits.
No, but like, so as you're finishing your poop, and it exits your body fully.
Mr. Hanky, yeah.
Yeah, and it leaves you. There's a split second between the poop leaving you and your butthole fully closing. And in that split second, a little bit of lake water just gets right up in there. And it feels cold, just right on the like half-inch inside of your lower intestine. And that is the very same experience that I felt when using your bidet when I just took a dump in there earlier.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So you turn on the bidet,
I-
the water sprays you a little bit. You feel it slightly just, kind
Enter
of go
you.
into your pecker. Well, not your pecker. That's the wrong term.
What the fuck are you doing?
Using
Well, you're not supposed to push that shit down? Okay.
Jesus.
No, but no, you feel the cold water for a brief second before your butthole kind of.
Am I gonna like
Gets
walk
closed.
out of my bedroom whenever I move in here, and you're just gonna be shitting off the stairs or something?
No.
Sleep shitting or something.
No,
Just-
no, I use a toilet like a normal person. It's
So-
just only when camping near a lake or on a boat. You go take a dump in a lake.
So I will say Roosevelt Lake is very, very big. And I only know that because Adam said that he was always told while living in Globe that if Roosevelt Lake's dam ever broke, everyone in the valley is dead.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And I remember we got into an argument and I had to Google it and looking at the lake and I was like, do you think it would like reach me in over here where I lived in Phoenix? And he's like,
Ooh, I don't know about
he's
that.
like, I don't, he's like, maybe. I was like, so you're saying I'm going to have some oceanfront property is what you're saying. Because I think I'm going to be safe. But everyone in Scottsdale is dead.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't realize how big that fucking lake was.
Yeah, no, if that dam ever broke out, I don't know if the water would like reach here per se, living in the Phoenix general area. But the mudslides that it would cause and just the amount of shit that it would push towards our direction.
Yeah, literal shit. Because Tanner's has been shitting in there for years.
Only a couple times, all right?
That's,
Where do you think the fish poop?
in the lake. But that's their
Okay.
home.
Yeah.
That's their home.
Do you think there's like
Also-
Imagine if God just opened your roof and shit in your fucking kitchen. That's what you're doing to this fish.
that's exactly how I feel. Because fish poops are not like human poops. Human poops are the size of other fish.
That's true.
Look. I'm not saying it's not an option. I'm not saying it wasn't the smart and easy thing to do. I'm just saying, fuck.
You're not.
Have you ever gone camping like near a lake or a river?
Yeah, a bunch.
And you decided to dig a hole and squat over and poop in it instead of just walking to the water and poop?
Yes.
Because walking into the water and pooping is way easier. You don't have to wipe. There's no cleanup. You don't gotta dig shit.
Hang on. You don't have to wipe?
No, there's no residue left. It's the exact same concept of using that bidet in there.
But the bidet has pressure.
Yeah.
And washes like afterwards.
I mean, I guess you could take your hand back there and give it a scrub.
No, you cannot.
I don't know, man. I was a child. I didn't
This
think
was
about cleaning.
all
I assume it was
before-
clean.
This was all before COVID.
True.
There was no
It
reason.
was- okay, COVID didn't change the okayness of touching your own shit.
You know what I'd like to think about though is there's
some
that
people it did.
There's that dam at Roosevelt Lake that the water flows through to go into Apache Lake, and it creates a lot of power for a lot of houses in the area. I like to think that my poop is like somewhere stuck in their generators.
Fucking it all up.
Yeah.
There's a clog. What is it? Shit.
Christ.
God, I wish your name would I wish your name was always on your poops so that it
Yeah, they could know exactly who it came from.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, do you think you could like take a DNA test of a poop?
I know that your asshole can be used like a fingerprint.
No.
Yeah, every asshole is unique.
Wow.
Yeah, you can do an asshole print. Could you imagine that? Can you imagine how violent that would be if you, every time you got arrested, you just got to...
Well, you know,
you have to take like a cast of it because it's
Well,
in.
yeah.
Oh, no. If you spread and just put pressure, you could get that stamped.
Not for a lot of people.
Well, you know how like
Big fat
true.
booty people. There's no way that asshole is touching.
true, yeah.
And baddies, you know?
You know how like people that are crazy about their dogs will buy like a cement cast and then put their dog's paws in it and just like keep it forever as like a memory of their dog.
Yeah.
When we were talking about it, I just imagined like 2 plaques in your room, Gabe, of just you and Adam's buttholes. Just a cast and a cement block.
Here lies the.
Jeez. Well, it's like my mom used to fucking mainline reality shows because that's what trash does. And
Oh my god!
And-
so that means your butthole doesn't change from when you're a baby.
no,
I feel like it must.
It has to.
like the
like
the pattern of its print, probably not.
The pattern not, but it definitely
I'm
gets a
guessing.
little
I'm
bigger
guessing
as you
shit
grow.
can fuck it up, but it's probably gonna regrow back the same way like fingerprints. Like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
but
Interesting.
anyway, she used to mainline reality shows, and one of them was fucking. I think it was called like Girls Next Door or some shit. It was that
Yeah.
one with all the Playboy bunnies and the mansion, fucking that old guy.
Yeah.
And he after, and one of them was named Kendra, and she was dating a football player at the time. I think his name was Hank. I can't believe I'm remembering all this.
No, but I know
I think
exactly who you're
I
talking
think he
about.
played for
because
the Eagles, but anyway,
I think I saw this episode.
there's an episode where she goes to a chocolate store and asks them to do a chocolate starfish cast, where they cast her asshole and turn it into chocolate.
So it's
like
a
a chocolate
thing.
roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember this. Oh my God, that was in the depths of my memory, though.
Yeah.
Fuck, I loved her. She was the only blonde I was like, ooh, she can get it.
Yeah, Kendra can get it. She was hot.
Yeah.
The other ones are a little.
She's probably like 60 now. Probably doesn't look it, though.
Probably not. I mean, or else she's got like 60-year-old body, but then like 20-year-old tits, 20-year-old face, 20-year-old ass.
Plastic surgery is a
Yeah.
miracle.
She got... Her
Dude.
vagina's probably never been younger.
Seriously, I'm hoping to meet Cher before I die, so I can just be like, please, like, give me tips that I can give my wife because you've been rocking this shit for how long now?
Decades.
Like if no one in this room right now would fuck Cher if she asked you to, you're fucking dumb.
I don't know. Pull up a current picture of
I'll pull up a
her
fucking
because
current picture.
I'm aware of how old she is. Well, she was in Mamma Mia, the sequel, right?
Yeah. Did you watch
I did.
Burlesque?
No.
Because that wasn't very old either. That's not
Burlesque.
Very old.
What's burlesque?
It's Tanner. You gotta watch Burlesque. It's a bunch of women like in lingerie dancing and singing, but dancing. Cher's in it.
No, I'm not familiar with that. Let me see this. Give me your phone. Let's see. Is this a current picture of Cher?
Yeah, I typed in
2020.
2020.
Yeah. Yep.
There's it.
Nope. I'm scrolling. Just give me a second.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. Take your phone.
I was like, there's one. Hang on, let me see.
Wait. So how old is she?
Cher's like in her late 70s.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I was gonna say she has to be older than 60.
Oh no, she's 74.
74.
Yeah, but I fucking have this weird thing with Cher, and it bothers me because her young, like when she was first famous, like in her 20s stuff,
Yeah.
looks almost identical
The
to one of my
same?
ex-girlfriends.
Yeah, she does, and
Yeah.
I never wanted to say it.
Yep. Let me. Oh, have you ever seen a picture of my ex-girlfriend? I don't know. I can't find one of her now.
Is this the Italy one?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen a picture of her.
I have. Kind of looks like.
I'm
Sharon.
trying to find the picture. I can't.
I was gonna say.
That picture. That's the one.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yep.
That even my buddy goes, that looks like your ex.
Wow, that's a nice old picture of Cher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's been a smoke show since
I
day
think
one.
Cher's one of the few artists in the world that like every generation, youngest to oldest, know who Cher is.
Dolly Parton.
Oh yeah,
Dolly Parton's another one.
everyone knows who Dolly Parton is.
Yeah.
Dolly Parton's in her 80s too and still looking like
80s, is it?
I
No
believe so.
way.
I know, maybe she's the same age.
She's Miley Cyrus's godmother.
80 is a crazy number. When I was hanging out at my aunt's thing last night,
75.
I was talking to my grandpa who's fucking 90, and we were talking about like his life. And it was, fuck, you're 90. That's a crazy age. And he just like, he looks rough. Like he's an old man. But Cher is 74, you said?
Yeah.
16-year difference. And physically looking is a big difference.
And it bothers me because there was an interview she did where she said Tom Cruise was the best lover she ever had. Apparently they
Really?
fucked. And I was like, please. I was like, please, I'll do anything. Like anything. If you want me to chop off my foot for your pleasure, I'll fucking do it. If that's how I got to go out, I'll go out.
Imagine, new interview from Cher says, Tommy, best lover. Takes the number one spot from Tom
I
Cruise.
see, now I kind of feel bad for her. Because I'm like, that's your best?
No. You're
What
a
happened
giver.
to-
You're a giver.
What happened to Tom Cruise? That little fucky guy.
I was going to say, I feel like Tom Cruise wouldn't be a good lover.
So that's
Well,
what
no,
I
he's
was just
fucking like on
thinking.
crack or some shit. So he's probably just power pounding, like just going.
So
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing, but everyone says how nice he is, like overly nice.
Yeah.
So in bed,
He's
he's
a great
probably
dude.
the same way.
Yeah.
He's a great dude besides being part of a cult that kills people.
Yeah. Wait,
But-
whoa, rewind. Scientology kills people? Oh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
hell yeah!
This
The
is
fucking
news to
leader's
me.
wife has been missing for like a decade.
No
Yeah.
way.
And no one's seen her. And he keeps claiming she's fine.
Huh.
Like, and cops, because they own the LA fucking PD,
Yeah.
are like, yep, we talked to her, but no one's seen her.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
It's like a big deal.
There's
They do shit like that all the time.
there's Remy something. What's her name?
Not Remy. Oh yeah, Remy.
Bellucci?
No, fuck.
What name? am I
With an
thinking?
L, doesn't it?
Hang on.
She's on King of Queens.
Of Queens. Yeah.
She's on King of Queens. She's Jennifer Lopez's like best friend.
I don't know if it's Remy. Hang on. It is Leah Remini.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck!
yeah.
I was getting them
So
confused.
yeah.
I should stop drinking. Anyway, her
Never.
she wrote a whole book and has like a documentary and a whole
she has
thing
a TV
because
show
she
and
was
everything.
really deep into it, and she just kept questioning.
She was raised in it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like her mom recently came out and was like, "Yeah, they're fucked up." After like disowning her own daughter for like years, there's a whole big old thing about it. But Yeah, they have all kinds of shit. But I used to hate Tom Cruise because he was in Scientology and was making people believe like it was a good thing. But he probably just has no fucking idea what's happening.
Oh no, he does.
Really?
No, there's no fucking way he
How
doesn't.
long has he been in it?
He's
Like,
been in it since the
a
90s
long
or
time.
80s.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's no way he's just ignorant to what Scientology is.
He is fine with that shit because he is given the celebrity treatment there. They give
she
him
talks about
everything.
what
Yeah.
they give to him.
And he's just and like they released that video of him saluting that portrait of L. Ron Hubbard that wasn't supposed to be released. It was supposed to only be for internal use.
Yeah.
And he does a little speech before that, and it's fucked. It's all
Really?
fucky. Like, you ready to go save the world? Like, you ready to go do it? And I'm like, dude, you are willingly pushing a cult forward.
Interesting.
Like,
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I love Tom Cruise. That makes me sad.
No, Tom Cruise. There is not a Tom Cruise movie. I haven't seen The Mummy, so I'm going to take that into account.
I haven't seen it either.
There's not a Tom Cruise movie
I love the old
I
ones
have
too much.
seen that I don't like.
I kind of want to watch the new
Same.
Mummy though, because who's like the bad girl mummy chick in that movie?
I don't know, but she's hot.
I know. Well, she's been in other movies. I want to say it was like Star Trek or something.
Oh no, she was in Atomic Blonde. She has a
And I
lesbian
was-
scene with Charlize Theron that made like 19-year-old Tommy very happy.
I never saw that movie. Was it good?
Nope.
That's what I heard. So
Yeah.
I stayed away from it.
Yeah, it was not a good movie, but it had James McAvoy was really good in it. I don't like Charlize Theron as an actress. I don't think she's good. I don't understand why a lot of people like her. It was just a slow movie. It was weird. They tried to do John Wick and James Bond put together. And so
That's an odd combination.
well, yeah. So you had really,
Is it though? I mean, I feel like that makes sense.
well,
like
it depends on the way you do it because it had really intense fight scenes. Like one fight scene was like one take and it's like 10, 15 minutes long.
Like John Wick.
Yeah, but then it's just like super slow, 30 minutes of exposition, and it's a long movie.
And the exposition is not good, is what I've heard.
No,
Yeah.
it's like well, yeah, and then it does like a double twist at the end, and it's like, oh god, like you just jumped the shark hard. Like, what are you doing? Like, it just wasn't
See,
good.
Maybe, yeah.
Soundtrack
maybe,
was awesome though.
John Wick and James Bond would be a good movie. Like if you put them together. But I feel like if you're gonna have James Bond is like a slower-ish movie. It's not. I don't know. It's
Well,
more.
no, James Bond and
it's
John
very-
Wick are already. It's James Bond.
Well, no, James Bond definitely revolves around a story. More
It's
or less.
very.
But then there's-
John Wick is popular because it is action that is somewhat realistic and it's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True.
James
If James
Bond is
Bond
just
had
wordsy
more,
and intelligent.
yeah, if James Bond had more,
James Bond is class.
Yeah.
if it had
John Wick
more,
is just fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, if James Bond had
Great
more
movies.
intense fight scenes
Yeah.
and more like realistic fight scenes and like long take fight scenes and stuff like that, that would be the mix that you're looking
Yeah.
for. But yeah, the story didn't match up. It didn't fucking hit, and so it's just like okay. But it's got a great fucking soundtrack, Atomic Blonde. So
Oh.
yeah,
I was trying to think, and yeah, there's not a movie that I've seen Tom Cruise in that I don't like. I really like his older movies. Even like the Alien movie that came out, I like that one. The Day Before Tomorrow, is that what it is?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah,
That's an older movie.
yeah, it's really old.
Yeah.
That was a Steven Spielberg movie. That was like
Was
one,
it?
That was one of my favies as a kid.
Oh, I didn't know that. I always knew it was based off the book, and I remember reading the book when I was really young because I enjoyed the movie.
The
I had no
famous-
idea Steven Spielberg.
well, you know
directed
the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gabe.
The famous plane scene that's in that movie is still
It's at Universal.
Universal,
yeah, you drive
I went-
through it and everything.
I went and watched it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I recognize this."
Yeah, no,
exactly.
it's really cool. That movie will always haunt me though. Like, whenever the aliens like grab the people and put them into the machines or whatnot,
Yeah.
and it's like you see the inside view of these people being like digested by the machines or whatnot.
Yeah.
like that scene
It's
as a
fucking-
kid, I saw that I was like, "Ugh, no, thank you.
Yeah, that movie was like my like horror movie to watch
Yeah,
as a kid
yeah.
because
Yeah.
aliens fuck with me.
yeah.
you-
I don't
okay.
fuck with aliens either.
Do you
Aliens
guys
are
remember
sketchy.
that movie? What the outcome was? Like the other aliens died.
They,
Well, it's
found,
like-
they found a way to hurt them with birds or something.
Well, it's like no, I thought it was they used Molotovs inside the aliens, and like they found out that they could burn the machines
oh,
from the
that's
inside.
right. Yeah, they
right?
found out if you got picked up by the aliens and got pulled in, that you could destroy it from
From the
within.
inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but and the thing I'm thinking with the birds is at the end they see birds fly into one and they realize, oh, the shields are going down.
Yeah.
like on it. But that you know the whole lore behind that with the radio broadcast, right? Right?
No.
like the
No.
H.G. Wells and everything.
Well, I know H.G. Wells.
Well, yeah, but in like the 40s or something. I don't know if this is an urban legend or not. I think I've looked it up a couple times, and it's like the urban legend is how widespread it was, but it still happened.
Yeah.
They read War of the Worlds as a like radio broadcasts because that was like entertainment back then.
Yeah.
And people believed it, and it caused like a
Really?
panic. Yeah.
Huh.
It was like a Halloween night panic thing.
That's cool.
Yeah. But there's a Hey Arnold episode that does a throwback to it.
I would hate to fucking live through that, but that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. But
That's actually a really cool story.
I don't fuck with aliens because aliens is too real. Like, that shit's insanely possible.
Well, yeah, it's because there's no way to disprove that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if anything, the more advanced we're getting and the more like the government is releasing stuff, the more and more we're seeing like, oh, there's a bunch of shit in the atmosphere that we just don't know what it is.
Well, remember like in the middle of the pandemic when we were like really strict on lockdown, all of a sudden like the Department of Defense released some footage of like an actual UFO.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say actual UFO meaning unidentified flying object, it doesn't necessarily mean aliens. It's just they don't know what that craft was.
But it's the way they're moving. It's like they're moving at insane speeds. And
yeah,
doing
it
these
doesn't
weird
make
G-force
sense.
moves.
Doesn't make sense.
What fucks with me is how many of those like reports and stuff, like from, because there's fighter pilots and stuff that have gone on record of saying like, yes, we saw this.
Yeah.
How many of those reports are all about how these ships, these UFOs, are coming out of the water? And there's been a long-term conspiracy that aliens are somewhere in the ocean. And that's why, like, the ocean really doesn't get explored a lot.
Mm-hmm. Which is, so I always like that. Like, we're taught in school that, like, how pressure works and everything. And we just haven't been able to invent anything that is able to withstand that. Which, sure, I buy it. But still, we've been trying for a very long time, and we still can't get to anything besides 2% of discovery of the ocean. I also really like the hollow earth theory. That really fucks with me a lot.
The only reason
I feel like that one's been pretty like solidly proved as incorrect though. Or not
the only
plausible,
reason I don't
right?
believe that is because I used to work for a well drilling company and we dig 10,000 foot holes into fucking the earth and shit. I'm like, how hollow is this bitch? Like, like how deep we gotta go? But
how thick is the earth?
I don't know.
Well, that's a good question because like the furthest we've ever drilled into the crust of the earth is only like 1 or 2% into its full depth.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy to think about.
Neil deGrasse something.
Tyson.
Yep, him.
Yeah.
He has a TikTok. I follow it, and people will ask him questions. He goes, "That's a theory. We don't know.
Yeah.
That shit that you're taught in school, we don't know. We have no idea." He also talks about
crazy is that like everything
crust
we're scientifically taught like in school is all a theory.
Yeah, none of it's proven. Like the Earth's crust and like the core and all that shit. He was like, "Yeah, no, we don't exactly know that." However, like he's on the side of science of like this is most likely true
because there's other supporting evidence that kind of like makes sense with that theory. But like I don't think we've ever drilled through the Earth's crust, which is
no, because you'd hit core.
Well, no, because the crust is just like the very top layer, and then you have like
I see
like the 3 or 4 layers that go to the core.
So
And
this is saying that the crust is under the oceans, like the deepest part of the oceans, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It may be as little as 3.1 miles thick. Beneath the continents, though, it may be anywhere from 18.6 to 43.5
Yeah, and
miles.
I don't think we've ever drilled through that.
Oh no, fuck
Yeah.
no! As someone who used to work on well drilling rigs, no. It's no.
And there's where's that that like basically the Grand Canyon but in the ocean.
Marianas Trench.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the
deep
one.
part.
Shit's wild.
That's where they're probably talking about with
Yeah.
the crust being so
yeah.
so
What is
low.
it?
That
How
shit
thin
scares
is it there?
3.1 miles.
3 miles.
most
The
Yeah.
ocean scares the fuck out of me. I love to swim in it. It's the best. Like I love the ocean, but to think about the shit that's in there, because for a long time, actually for the most of my life when I was born, like the early 90s, or early to late 90s, mostly giant squids were still very much just a myth
Oh yeah, man.
until
that footage came out.
Yeah, until
like,
they weren't.
What, like 8 or 9 years
Yeah.
ago?
Yeah, and squids are aliens in themselves. They're fucking
Right.
smart. It's fucking
Which,
nuts.
That scares me because, we were talking about the like pirates, krakens, like all those weird monsters.
Yeah. Which really puts
What
a perspective on
Other
that.
monsters
Like,
are in the
yeah.
ocean.
No, yeah,
Cthulhu.
that's why it's like
Oh my god.
that's why if the government came out tomorrow and said, okay, so here's the deal. We have been noticing UFOs. They've been coming out of the ocean. We do believe that in deeper parts of the ocean, out in the middle of nowhere, they are present. And I'd be like, totally fucking believe you, 100%. Because there's been a bunch of weird shit, like the bloop and everything that's come out of
the
parts of the
bloop
ocean.
is so weird.
One of the best
What's the
coincidence. The bloop is a noise that was caught by these oceanic, like, just cartographers or something.
It was just some people like doing research into submarine or something.
And it was
right?
just this noise that they tracked it down, and it was like thousands of miles away, but it was powerful enough to pick up a certain amount on this like seismograph and this like recording device they were using, and it was like, we don't fucking know what.
Yeah, and it's just like way too strong to be like a whale call or anything like that. Like nobody knows what it is.
Yeah, and it just sounds like a bloop. Like it just sounds really weird. But
Like opening up like the water, like the bloop of water.
One of my favorite like coinky dinks with that is, I don't remember if it's the bloop or if there's another sound called the wow sound. Just because the dude who like heard it, recorded it, wrote wow next to the waveform. But there was some sound that was caught in the ocean, and they pinpointed like the area it was caught in, and it's almost identical to the area that H.P. Lovecraft says Cthulhu lives in.
Interesting.
Or Cthulhu, whatever the fuck it is.
I don't know how you pronounce it.
You know,
well, but I mean, like all of H.P. Lovecraft stuff is just strictly fictional. Like it's all just stuff he like made up. No,
is it though?
Yeah, it is.
Is it though?
I mean, I've read a handful of his
but
shorter
his
stories.
entire lore is about these old gods that like rule over us and we don't know and stuff like that. So it's interesting. It's just like,
Well, yeah, like the short
tip.
story, what's it called? Like Dagon or Dagon is all about like some guy that's stranded at sea, and he falls asleep in his boat, and then he wakes up and there's this weird mass in the middle of the ocean like comes up and raises him and his boat out of the water. And it's just all like this weird, like underground mass with weird like growths on it and whatnot. And then he goes out onto the land to explore a little bit and finds like this weird statue of what is supposedly supposed to be Cthulhu. And that's like the first reference that H.P. Lovecraft ever had in like any of his stories as far as Cthulhu goes.
yeah.
this is sort of off topic, but have you ever watched Life of Pi?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Richard
that.
Paca. That's all I know.
There's that
Good
weird
movie.
fucking scene with. So have you never watched it, Tommy?
No.
Okay, I'm about to ruin something for you.
That's
but
fine. I don't think I'm ever going to watch it.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you're a couple of years late.
Yeah,
You know,
it's,
Yeah.
it's so
It's been a while.
pretty.
Yeah.
I watch it because it's such a pretty
it
film.
is really pretty. Yeah.
There's a weird scene in it where like there's an island that's alive that he finds, and to me, shit like that. Like, okay, so I watched Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everyone should if you haven't.
The show or the movie?
I've watched them both. Don't watch the movie. Watch the show. In the show, there's these spirits that are tortoises or turtles, lion turtles, that carry like
An island on its back.
Yeah, an
essentially.
island essentially, to like transfer you to the spirit world or whatever. And shit like that has always interested me because there's so many different like lore and religions and stuff that have things like that. Where like in the ocean you can find gateways to other things or like living islands and shit like that.
Yeah.
And that always like freaked me out. But our ocean's like is fucking huge. It's bigger than any
it's
continent that we
huge.
have.
I wonder if they got inspiration from that quote, it's just turtles all the way down. That thing where someone was asked, it was at some debate, I think it was like a religious debate or something, and they were asking like what created the world or something like that, and this woman just answered like the earth is held on the back of a turtle.
Yeah. Well, no, that's
And then they were just like-
that's like an ancient Chinese myth, isn't it? That the world
Well, yeah,
is on the back of a turtle.
a lot of old
Yeah.
like even natives and stuff like that have a turtle involved
Yeah.
in the earth's like.
And then you read it, right? Doesn't Stephen King talk about like well, he names the turtle,
Yeah,
but there's a
in
turtle that
Dark
carries the
Tower.
world on its
Dark
back.
Tower,
Oh,
like-
is it Dark Tower?
Like the good god is the turtle that holds the universe on its back.
Yeah.
But it's just turtles all the way down. Like who's holding up the turtle then? Another turtle.
Yeah.
Who's starting with it? Another turtle.
well,
Turtles all
it's
the way
just
down.
like the same
Turtles
question
all
of
the
like
way
what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's
Yeah.
like it's
It's
the
basically
same
a
thing.
way of saying like you're taking things a little bit too seriously. We don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just turtles all the way down, man. Just like keep
Just
on.
keep going.
I like
Also,
that.
a great song by Sturgill Simpson.
I like
but
that.
Neil has the same theory I do about the chickens and the egg.
Yeah.
The egg came first because things evolve over time. So eventually, something that wasn't a chicken laid an egg that became a chicken.
Yeah.
So it's always the egg. And I used to say that in school and get into arguments with teachers because I'm like, it doesn't make that's a stupid fucking question to ask us. Please think of another example because it's obviously the egg.
You
And
know
I
what
used
I
to get
always
in
like-
trouble a lot.
I always like to be an asshole to that question. Just say, it came first, chicken or the eggs? And sun.
Son.
Sun came first.
The trees.
Or as one of my ex-girlfriends like to always say, I came first.
Me.
Me. Oh.
It was a joke.
Don't.
I wasn't joking.
We were joking.
No, I wish.
Wait, what? You were
What?
joking, or
No. This is an off podcast conversation that probably gonna happen. Okay.
anyway? But yeah, no. The whole, I don't know. I think one of the kind of, to stay on topic, but not really kind of. I'm kind of a coward when it comes to like aliens and monsters, and like I told you I would go Bigfoot hunting with you, but I'm
Hell
going
yeah.
with a group of people, and I will be armed like a redneck who is very comfortable in his homeland.
What about ghost hunting?
Oh
I
yeah,
fucking love ghost hunting.
I'll do that shit, but I won't ever do any of this shit alone.
Yeah.
The only thing I will do is, Atlantis: The Lost World.
Yeah.
I will, if I was ever given the opportunity to go with a crew to explore the ocean, I would 1000% do it, knowing that I will most likely die. But I'm okay with that because I want to know what's in the ocean.
I
Death at
would
sea is,
I
like,
would
my
rather
worst.
be like a Mars like pilgrim. That's not the right word, but some colonizer. I'd rather be a Mars colonizer than someone to explore the deep ocean. Hard pass.
I don't give a shit about space. I want to know what's inside the ocean, but I want a handgun with me at all times because if this shit's going down, I'm not drowning. I will shoot myself in the face.
I don't know how effective handguns are under the water.
I'll get
Well,
a
if you're in
tiny-
like a submarine.
Are you concerned about what's inside the submarine or outside it?
outside of it. So if it
Handgun's not going to do you any good.
If you look out the window and fucking like giant like Cthulhu looking
Yeah.
motherfucker
If
is
some-
about to eat you.
if
Get on your knees and pray. That's all you got.
if an eyeball is bigger than the sub, I'm like, okay, so
Imagine how terrifying that would be.
if I see one visible crack or some alarm goes on and says we're taking on water, I'm going to shoot myself in
Yeah,
the face.
yeah, no,
Well,
I would too.
I'm
Here's
not
the good
drowning.
part. If you do see a crack in a submarine and you're deep enough, you're gonna fucking crumple before you ever even touch that gun.
Yeah, true.
Have you ever
Yeah.
seen that video of the sub, like one of James Cameron's subs that goes down and they leave a paper cup outside of it or like a plastic cup or something to show how pressure works, and when they bring it back up, it's like less than a shot glass.
Really?
It's fucking just tiny.
Yeah.
It's just
And
crumpled. so
I
bad.
imagine like in deep ocean, if your sub all of a sudden depressurizes, it's just instant. Like you're not going to feel any pain.
Oh yeah, no, you literally just like
Yeah.
it's like that's it. Like
Oh.
your body just crunches in on it.
Then 100% I would go on a voyage into the ocean
I mean,
to see what happens.
there
I don't know,
might be a
I'm
couple
pretty-
seconds where like you feel your eyes pop out.
You
of your
think
head
so?
and shit, yeah.
I don't know. I'm too like claustrophobic and just
It's too-
like
it's too-
I hate not having visibility, especially in deep ocean. Like you're not going to see shit. Even if you have lights on
Yeah.
outside in your submarine, you're not going to see anything.
I much
I don't wanna
prefer
do that.
paranormal versus normal.
Yeah.
Like for my hunting stuff because paranormal is fun.
See, and
Because there's
paranormal-
always like a little part of your brain that's like, this isn't real. Like nothing's going to happen.
Well, yeah, and it's all fun, like especially with friends, and then all of a sudden you just like hear someone in another room go get out, and it's like, oh, okay, like all right, ghosts are real.
And see, with me, paranormal, I'm like, no, I don't know how to fight this. I don't know how to protect
Yeah,
myself.
you're not even religious, but I was talking about my demonology book I read every now and then, and you're like,
What?
"Mm-mm."
I wouldn't even own
Yeah.
one of those.
Oh, fuck that.
Exactly.
No way.
No, I threw it away. It spooked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had brought it out, and I was like, look, I'm not religious, but I was given a rosary by a priest that is blessed, and it still smells very blessed, and I refuse to throw it away because it's a fucking rosary.
Yeah.
I'm not religious, but I will not fuck with other people's. Like, if you believe in something and enough of people believe in those things, there's power behind that, and I'm very
Oh yeah, no,
not okay with it.
tulpas are an interesting thing.
What's that?
A tulpa is a ghost or monster that is basically thought into existence. So
Oh.
like Bigfoot, if they ever find Bigfoot, let's say, there's a chance if paranormal stuff is real that Bigfoot was believed by so many people they thought him into existence.
Oh.
Like
yeah,
enough
no, you
energy
lost
thought
me
it.
there.
But
There's
but
no way.
you have to believe in like
Where
magic
you like
and
just
stuff like that.
see things. Like people are like, "Oh shit, I saw this." Like I 100% believe that, but you could be wrong. But there's no telling you that
Yeah.
because what you saw was real.
But there's also my theory that Bigfoot is real, just in a different dimension. And every time
That's
someone
not
sees
your theory, though.
well, I came up with it, but someone else.
Oh,
probably came up
it
with
was your
too.
theory? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my like as I grew up as a kid because I love Bigfoot and cryptids and all that shit.
Cryptids are very interesting.
Yeah, my theory was always that all this shit, like especially Mothman and shit, like one that is like the legend is that he fucks with time and shit.
Yeah.
Is that
Mothman's dope.
is that all that is a tear in
different
dimensions and times and stuff like because I fully believe. I mean, I don't know if I fully believe, but there's a large part of me that believes because in my like nightmares and dreams, I visit the same places and I have no idea where they are, but they're familiar to me in my dreams. I have a large part of me that believes that I am tapping into like a different
version of yourself,
a different
somewhere.
dimension or something like that, because even Stephen Hawking said that.
Yeah, I was going to say,
he believed in the infinite dimensions theory, that if I put my right hand down on this table, there's another dimension where my left hand's going down, and shit like that. And that changes so much because I have these nightmares and these dreams that are very real, and the problems I'm having in them are very real, and I'm handling them like I would handle them, but then I wake up and it's like, oh, I'm back in my life. Like,
yeah, no, and I've had similar dreams where it's just like I'm in a weird situation that would never happen in real life, but it's just so vivid, and I'm not a creative person at all. So if I ever try to like sit down and like come up with a story or like a script or write a book, like fuck that, I can't do that. But when I have these dreams and it's just like this is nothing I could ever think of on my own, where does this shit come from? Who knows?
Yeah,
so
and
it makes sense.
Scientists don't even really, at least last time I checked, they don't really know what dreams are.
Yeah,
they think it's just your brain basically processing and compressing information at the end of the day. So like, so when you see other people, because you know your brain can't make up faces.
Yeah.
So like when you see these things, it's your brain just processing things you saw throughout the day, but maybe you didn't see. But I have some fucky dreams and nightmares.
Yeah, no, I've had some weird dreams too that cannot align with what you just said.
Yeah, and it's like I had a dream one time that I was trying to get this house that I'd bought renovated. Like it was like an old rundown house. And at the same time I was freaked out because I was running late for a court appointment with a girlfriend over a custody battle for my kid. And I was like, and then I ended up running late and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my fucking kid because I'm running late for this court. And I just I woke up and I was like, that wasn't even scary. It was just like stressful. Like I just had a real life situation happen to me. Like,
interesting.
I've had,
sorry, go ahead.
I've had dreams where like I physically, like I wake up from them and like my body is physically worn out from that dream.
Yeah.
Like, I still have the goosebumps. I still have the shivers from it. And I'm like, oh, that was too much. Like I need to go like shower. I need to go like somewhere else. I need to like go back to like make sure that this is real. What I'm doing is real.
Yeah.
There is legitimately an apartment that Dreamy lives in. I'm not even fucking with you. There is an apartment that in lots of nightmares and dreams I have, I start that dream or in that dream or something, or in that dream, I go to this apartment and I assume it's in Tempe, but it's always raining there. And it is just I don't know. It's just weird. It's a familiar place to me. Like I know it when I don't feel uncomfortable there. When I'm there, I'm like, okay, something's off. Like I'm not in my regular,
like a deja
state.
vu, but
That's what I was just gonna
Yeah.
say. Like, what if in an alternate dimension there's a you that's asleep, dreaming of what you're currently doing? That's why we feel deja vu.
Yeah. Well, and deja vu is even weirder because
sorry, did
I just break your brain?
Like,
have you ever had a premonition dream?
No.
Yes.
I have
I used to get them a lot in high school, and they fuck with me
all the time. But every premonition dream I have. So for those listening that don't know what I'm talking about, a premonition dream is just a dream that tells you the future, basically.
Yeah.
And it's basically you dreaming about a future situation that gives you that deja vu feeling months later when it happens or something, right? Every premonition dream I have ends, and this is fucking hilarious, it ends with the train busting through a near side wall. So every time I'm having those deja vu moments, I feel my heartbeat
You're
jump
in the
because I'm like,
source code.
fuck, where's the train? Yeah,
the Kool-Aid man.
I'm like so panicked, and then it doesn't happen, obviously, and I'm like, fuck, why do I keep having these fucking dreams? Like,
That's crazy. You know, we could talk about these things all the time,
Definitely.
but we're running out of time. So we should do another conspiracies. We like covered a lot of things, conspiracies, our dreams, all these other things. But we should do those episodes separately because we could literally talk about them for the entire hour.
yeah.
Plus, we don't have a conspiracy one, and that's my favorite one.
That was when we did the old podcast. That was my favorite one. We all picked like a conspiracy theory to study, and then we came together. Like each one of us talked about our topic for like 20 minutes. And just went over it. That was like my favorite episode of the last podcast.
Since we will be living together pretty soon, we could always just go on weird fucking adventures as like paranormal things.
Let's hunt some shit.
I'm fucking down, dude.
Let's go into like the
talk
old
about it.
broken down building on
Dude,
Mill Avenue.
I'm seriously, remember, I'm the person that likes to go investigate abandoned shit.
Do you know where abandoned shit is? Because I will go.
I used to have a
will go.
whiteboard. I'll see if I can find a picture of it.
Do you have a gun? I want someone.
You're not supposed to take a gun with you.
I feel like we
Because
should.
the minute you take a gun, it's not just trespassing. You're trespassing with a weapon.
Yeah.
So not even a knife.
Interesting.
Oh, I was gonna say, what classifies as a weapon? Because I can
Yeah,
make
it's
knives.
anything. Yeah, anything like a knife or a gun. But
Can I
you-
take
So I'll just take a Bible with
Can
me.
I take a
Okay.
stick?
Yeah.
Like a long.
No, yeah, just take like a walking stick, yeah.
I was gonna say, can I just do what Gandalf? Can
No,
you take a
but that's what they tell you.
walking stick away from me?
Yeah. I just watched that today. That's why they tell you not to urban explore alone, because if you have more people, you're less likely to be attacked, which means less need
That
for
makes
a
sense.
weapon.
Yeah.
But I used to have a whiteboard in my bedroom when I was in high school. That was fucking corner to corner, top to bottom, side to side, full of like 50 to 100 places that were just abandoned places I wanted to go see.
I'm down. Is this how our Ghost Adventures like TV show starts?
Fun fact about Tommy here. I made a show in middle school with my buddies called Ghost Adhesive
Ghost Adhesive.
because creativity of a child, where we investigated for ghosts out at my house, because I used to live out on a bunch of property, and we almost shit ourselves. So because like we're out there, we're all like, oh, it could be so much fun, and everything. And then we're like, if you can hear us, make a sound. And like fucking something fell over. And I was like, I'm going to go inside. Like, I'm not okay.
Yeah. No, I would definitely be down. And I feel like a lot of people would like to listen to what the fuck happened to us.
Yeah. And you can even record it for a podcast.
Definitely be some fun stories.
Oh yeah.
Even if it is nothing, it'd just be some fun stories of us getting inside our heads and freaking each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Which
that's,
is very easy for me to do.
Definitely, yeah. Especially in those
but
circumstances.
I've been looking for a reason to buy ghost hunting equipment. So
All right, let's
like
do
all
it.
like the spirit boxes and kitchen
Yeah.
meters and shit.
I'm gonna get a very big stick. A very big stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Well, that's what we'll do then.
Okay.
I'm down.
Well,
But-
we'll leave the Dude Loft Mountain for some scurry adventures.
Yeah.
And come back hopefully alive. But thank everyone. Thank you
It's just,
everyone.
if you tune in and like no one's talking about me, but
There's-
I'm not there, there's some fucking problems.
Or if there's just no episode following this, some shit happened.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a great way to end a podcast.
Oh my
Right.
god. So if Tommy dies, there just won't be any more episodes because I don't know how to do this.
He doesn't know how to set up any of this shit.
Seriously.
I'll just be like,
no, I see the soundboard over there. I see all the knobs. Fuck, I don't know what all it means.
I'm like, I have a picture and some directions somewhere on my phone. We'll figure it out. I'll just tweet about it.
Like, please, someone help. Our producer fucking died.
a ghost murdered
And
him.
I'm trying to record a podcast about it.
That's one of my favorite things is there's a radio host here in Arizona, and every time someone talks about ghosts and how like spooky and scary they are,
Yeah.
he always goes, no ghost has ever been attributed to a murder. Like no murder has ever been attributed to a ghost, I should say. Like
Oh.
no one's ever
That's
died
comforting.
from a ghost.
Yeah.
So we know.
So we know.
So we know.
Yeah. I mean, like, as far as like a post-mortem
but
like,
missing
inspection,
people.
there's no way, like, there's no medical record that's going to say ghost killed this man.
Yeah. And there's a lot of missing people. So,
True.
but so with that being said, I will say goodbye for now. So long to you, my friend. Do you guys want to do ats?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't have anything, so
I would
No,
have
you're
to pull up my phone.
Your
'cause
high
I-
Twitter.
I already said that one. Always high guy one, like
Yeah.
the number one and
On
that's
Twitter.
it.
Find him. It's fucking
I'll start high
hilarious.
tweeting again.
Do it.
Please.
I'll start tonight.
Do it.
I'll start tonight.
Yeah.
And Tanner, what's yours?
Tanner Stew. That's it.
I don't know where the fuck
Stu
mine
as in
is.
STEW.
STEW.
Okay.
I don't even know what mine is.
Isn't it yours like GP actual or something?
I would assume so. That would make sense. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep. GP actual with a K instead of a C. There's nothing interesting on there. There's a lot of political shit that I've been retired from. So, have fun with that. Maybe I'll get funny.
I haven't tweeted anything in a really long time.
Neither have I. But yeah, that. And then, thanks for listening to us ramble. And,